Hi guys, good morning. Welcome in. Welcome in. We have Mr. Khan with us. He just finished drinking some water at the watering hole. Good morning, you guys. I wanted so badly, I had some stuff to do in the morning. I wanted so badly to come on here later and read to you guys, but my mood was just all over the place still, you know, but I'm working on it. I felt a little bit better after some food that evening. Yeah, but let's go ahead and get into a daily message from the Quran, and then we're going to go back into 2 Kings and learn more about Elisha and the various kings. Alright, let's go ahead and begin here. You see my spots on my wall, you guys. This is from tape. I just had to take down all the pictures and things like that. I'm doing a bit of a shift right now. Anyways, just ignore that. Look into Kong's eyes. Yes, look into Kong's eyes. Alright, get off my hand, baby boo. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Okay. This is from Surah 8, line 44, Al-Anfal, which means the spoils of war. Type around the kitty. Let's type around the kitty. Where did I put my, go. Surah 8, Al-Anfal. Spoils of war. Line 44, and it reads, "And remember when ye met, he showed them to you as few in your eyes, and he made you contemptible in their eyes, that Allah might accomplish a matter already enacted, for to Allah do all things go back for decision." So this is after death. This is after death. This is referring to. And again, we do need to get the juices flowing. So let me go ahead and transcribe this. And maybe I'll read a few more before we'll kind of get the juices flowing this morning. This is an interesting one, something that we have not covered before. From what I can remember. And remember when ye met. He showed them to you as few in your eyes. He made contemptible. We have a good vocabulary word in here. Contemptible. Already enacted to Allah do all questions go back for decision. Okay, wonderful. Let me go ahead and read line 43 as well as line 42. It says here, "Remember, ye were on the hither side of the valley, and they on the farther side, and the caravan on lower ground than ye. Even if ye had made a mutual appointment to meet, ye would have certainly failed in the appointment. But thus ye met, and Allah might accomplish a matter already enacted, that those who died might die after a clear sign had been given, and those who lived might live after a clear sign had been given, And verily, Allah is He who heareth and knoweth all things. Remember in thy dream, Allah showed them to thee as few. If He had showed them to thee as many, ye would surely have been discouraged, and ye would have surely disputed in your decision. But Allah saved you, for He knoweth well the secrets of. This is our line here. And remember when ye met, He showed them to you as few in your eyes. He made you appear as contemptible in their eyes, and that Allah might accomplish a matter already enacted. For to Allah do all questions go back for decision. Alright, so we have a few different perspectives going on here. So this is actually talking about war itself, right? It was a little bit of life and death in here, themes of life and death, but this is primarily about war, and it fits really well with what we've been reading in 1 Kings, 2 Kings, even a bit before that, where the Lord would make the enemies, right, look at the opposers, right, a certain way, to where they're scared. And then the people who are going to go against, say Israel, right? They're going to go against whomever they're going against. They're confident, He changes your perspective to make the other side, the opposition, look smaller, right? Not as intimidating. Boost your confidence internally. And we always talked about how Allah is very sufficient at boosting your confidence, right? He will raise you up. He will exalt you. To boost your confidence. So this is what He's saying. He's like, when you met the army, He showed them to you as few in your eyes. He made you appear as contemptible in their eyes. So let's go ahead and just look at the word contemptible. Contemptible. All right. The feeling that a person or thing is beneath consideration, worthless, or deserving scorn. Okay. Well, that's contempt. Let's see if we have something slightly different. Contemptible is probably deserving contempt or despicable. Okay. Showed them to you as few in your eyes. He made you appear as contemptible in their eyes, that Allah might accomplish in matter already enacted. For Allah do all questions go back for decision. Okay. So it's a little bit hard for me to determine here, which side is good, which side is bad. You can look at it both ways, okay? Allah might accomplish in a matter already enacted. Made you appear fear in your eyes. Could even be the opposition that sees the contemptible side, right? The despicable side. It's a little bit confusing. My mind is not all the way there today, you guys. Lack of sleep and such and such. Spoils of war. But all things belong to Allah. That is a common theme that we've been discussing as well. All things belong to Allah. All questions, all confusions, matters of life and death belong to Allah. All things, okay? Not just life and death. I was watching a few videos last night on near-death experiences, afterlife, things like that. Just out of pure curiosity, something came up. So, because it doesn't really relate. I can't really speak on those so much. There was a lot of information that I had taken in, and that information will slowly start to leak out, as we go further into our themes here. But I think this actually just relates really well to what we were covering with the wars, right? And there will be another one too that we'll take a look at today, I'm sure. But they're there. Let's see. Remember you meant you accomplish already acted. Also, what we were discussing, Allah allows things to happen, right? We know that war and battle is unfortunate, but they are already enacted. These matters are already enacted by us and our decision making. He'll often either give the green light or tell the ones who are connected to the Lord, the prophets, the counselors, what have you, to fall back. Kings even, he will give recommendations to the kings, either to move forward and move back. So this is actually a great example of Al-Fatah, right? The judge, the opener, right? He will reveal things that are otherwise hidden, right? He will change your perspective. He will also be there with you making decisions. Even though we might have already decided within ourselves, even though things are already progressing and moving forward with the natural order of things, Al-Fatah, right? Any confusion with the decision, Allah will be there to go ahead and help you decide. Let's see. And again, He allows things to happen or not to take place. So again, going back to trusting in Him as well, right? Trust in Allah's decisions. As we know, good or bad, our best interest is in His heart. Our best interest, everything really serves for the higher good or bad. Of course, there are things that we should abstain from and prevent and scorn. You know, there's certain things on this earth that definitely should not be happening. But the very reason that Allah allows things to happen, it ultimately serves a higher purpose, a higher good. I guess where I was going with the NDE experience videos, you know, it just really solidified within myself that there's so much that we don't know. There's so much beyond just our little minuscule lives, right? There's so much to learn. There's so much to understand. There's so much just beyond ourselves. That's not to say that your life isn't important and your life, you know, doesn't mean anything. It's highly important. It actually emphasizes the strength and the power that we have just living out our daily lives and our daily tasks. With each decision that we make, it can tip a scale one way or the other. You know, each minuscule, minor decision helps the cause, given that you are guided with Allah, the Holy Spirit, what have you, given that you are divinely guided. Each thing makes a difference. You know, you don't think it would make a difference, but it makes a difference. So not to say our lives are small and unimportant, they're very, very important. Not to say because Allah can be seemingly wanton with His decisions about life and death, He knows the end result. He knows everything is serving a higher good, because again, His perspective is vastly different than ours. We think we would understand. We try our best to understand. We try our best to relate to the way that He thinks. But again, He just has that overarching, important God manner about Him, okay? His perspective is unlike anything that we could begin to think of or begin to understand until we meet with Him one day. And until we remember what our last meeting was with Him. We've all met God before. We've all met God before. And we will meet again eventually. Eventually. I would say very soon, but eventually. Okay. So a good cause for remembrance as well. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and truncate this now. I'm going to stop this video and we're going to go into some spoils of war. We have a little bit of a war going on. Something very interesting happens in this next section of 2 Kings with Elisha. We learn again about his vast power. As we remember, Elijah has double Elijah's spirit. Elisha has 2 times the amount of Elijah's spirit. So, very important figure. We will soon learn. All right, let me go ahead and end this. Peace out. I might have to sneeze. All right, bye guys.